voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council.
Good Wednesday morning, Jonesboro. This is meteorologist Tim Root with your KLEK 102.5 forecast. It'll be windy today, but sunny. Highs around 80. A south wind will pick up to 30 miles per hour. Windy overnight, 60 to 65 for the low. Partly to mostly clear overnight. Thursday, partly to mostly cloudy with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Thursday and Thursday night, rather windy. And the high Thursday in the mid-70s. Jonesboro, that's your KLEK 102.5 FM weather.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. Benjamin Netanyahu is on course for a record fifth term as Israel's Prime Minister. Parliamentarians in New Zealand have voted in favour of banning all semi-automatic weapons and assault rifles after the Christchurch attacks. The European Union is considering a long Brexit extension for the UK at an emergency summit in Brussels. And the Dalai Lama has been admitted to hospital in Delhi with a chest infection.
It's 9:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your day. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. My special guests today are Mrs. Lydia Parkey and Ms. Kyla Owens will be joining us a little bit later. I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. Ms. Lydia comes to us by way of St. Bernard's Medical Center. I keep wanting to call it, what was it, Medical Center Healthcare?
Well, so St. Bernard's Healthcare is the large umbrella, and St. Bernard's Medical Center is the flagship facility of St. Bernard's Healthcare. And not to throw another curveball, but I'm actually with St. Bernard's Medical Group.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is the group of physicians and providers in partnership with St. Bernard's Healthcare. So it's confusing. You can just say St. Bernard's. That's easy enough.
Everybody who's ever lived in or around Jonesboro knows St. Bernard's. So we'll just keep it simple. So first, tell us a little bit more about yourself and what role you play with the hospital.
Sure, yeah. So I work with the physician group that was the once HMG, and about 7 years ago changed their name to St. Bernard's Medical Group. Okay. So it is the group of physicians and kind of mid-level providers that are in partnership with St. Bernard's Healthcare. And so I do a host of things for them, and the largest kind of philanthropic event that they put together is the Health and Fitness Expo, which is what we're here to talk about today.
And it's actually coming up this weekend.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And
yes.
I just want to highlight, this is the 12th annual.
It is.
That says a lot about the individuals that play a role in this event, and the community that take part in the activities that you offer. It shows that on both sides, everyone is committed to their health, committed to receiving what you have to give them. And hopefully everyone is having fun and taking something away from the event.
Yeah, we certainly hope. And it's one of those things, I think for several years we tried to build on it and build on it and build on it and make it bigger and better, and everything everybody would want it to be, and hopefully it still remains that for folks. It is like multiple events wrapped up into one large event. So.
And for those of you, I'm going to make sure to re-share this flyer on our Facebook page.
Oh, good, thanks.
But this is April 13th and 14th. And so on Saturday, events kick off at 9 a.m. Mm-hmm. And so before we get into the actual individual events, let's just do some general discussion about health and wellness and fitness and how that affects our life and why it's important to become more engaged in those activities.
Sure, yeah. So it's a little, I always say it's a little deceptive because it's called a Health and Fitness Expo. Yeah. So you might think, well, I'm not really healthy, I'm not physically fit, I don't exercise twice a day every day and eat only vegetables and lean proteins. Well, that's okay. That's not what this event is about. Okay. It's really for folks at every fitness level, at every age, and I don't want to be cliche and say there's something for everyone, but there truly is something for everyone. So it's you're right. I think there are folks are more kind of engaged in the overall health talk now. It's easier to access healthier foods, and folks are very aware that doing kind of preventative screenings and taking care of your health at an earlier age reaps so many benefits. So that's great, and so we try to play into that, with this event, but it's really accessible to folks of all ages, all health and fitness levels. Yeah.
And I'm looking at the featured events, and as you mentioned, for everyone, every age, and I notice you have even activities for grades 7 through 12, and then you have some student athletes pre-participation evaluation. So,
Yes, ma'am.
is this for students that are, say, middle to high school that are playing sports and they may need some physicals, but it's not the actual physical, just the kind of pre-evaluation?
No, it is their full-on
Oh,
physical.
is
Yes,
it?
ma'am. It's a sports. It's a
Oh.
sports physical. We call it the pre-participation evaluation because I think that's the technical name. But
Okay.
if your child or grandchild is going to play sports in Craighead County, so it's all the public schools in Craighead County, if they're going into the 7th grade, all the way through going into the 12th grade. So I think it's especially important for those 6th grade mamas and daddies and grandparents out there. If you think your kid's going to play sport in junior high or high school, then they should come out to the Health and Fitness Expo on Sunday and get their student athlete pre-participation evaluation. And it is as comprehensive as you can get. So they do everything that you need to do for a physical to play sports. But we'll have otolaryngologists there looking at their ear, nose, and throat. We'll have ophthalmologists, optometrists there looking at their eyes. We'll have physical therapy and orthopedic folks looking at their spine, making sure they don't have scoliosis. And then we'll have physicians that are doing their general medical physical. And the cool thing is kids going into the 9th grade through going into the 12th grade will get an EKG. And then we'll have electrophysiologists looking at those because there are sometimes different heart conditions that present in athletes when their adrenaline is high and they're exercising, and so they're going to look for some abnormalities of heart. And we've been able to catch some issues before that wouldn't otherwise have never presented unless it was something major, maybe on a court or on a field. And so it's a great feature. And I can't emphasize enough that everything about this event is free. So your kids can come and get this physical for free.
And that is in part, that is due to the generous sponsorship of all of your sponsors.
That is right.
Like, there are way too many to name on this list, but shout out to all of these businesses and individuals who see the value in what you have to offer and decided we're going to back this event because we care about the individuals in the community in which we serve.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We can't thank our sponsors enough for really, we say partnering with us. They have partnered with us to bring this event to the residents of Northeast Arkansas. And so thank you, because of their generosity, we're able to put this on. And really, too, the monetary donations and all the things that folks give us to put this on are so important. But I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the importance of the time that people give us. So, we'll have over the course of the weekend, there'll be 100 physicians there, and of varying specialties. And they'll be doing those student athlete physicals that you mentioned. They'll be part of the panel discussions. They'll be working their various booths, doing screenings. They'll engage with the community on every level. And so it really is in your best interest to come and take advantage of this event because you have access to lots of physicians of various specialties, and without them, we couldn't put this on. I mean, it's the physicians of St. Bernard's Medical Group that created this event 12 years ago, and they're the ones that sustain it even today.
Wow. So how long have you been a part of helping to plan and host this event?
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough to join the medical group staff in the fall of 2014. So I guess my first official Health and Fitness Expo was the spring of 2015.
So even in that time period, have you seen a lot of growth and participation with the physicians and with the community?
Yeah, it varies year to year, and sometimes I think anybody that puts on any event could say, it depends on what other things are going on the weekend of the event. Maybe the weather particularly has an effect on the races that we have on Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, certainly we've had continued growth and some sustained growth in certain areas, but I mean, I think what I would say is it's different folks helping all the time. So that's the exciting thing. So yes, as far as growing and reaching more folks and growing and having more people be involved, we've certainly had that, and it's been fun. It's a lot of work, it's hard work, but it is one of those things that is so rewarding. Even if and it happens every year, we'll have one or two amazing stories, little anecdotes that will come from the weekend, and everybody that puts this on will kind of look at each other and say, gosh, that is what makes this worth it.
Yes, ma'am. And I want to mention, which I didn't in the beginning, the location, which is the First National Bank Arena at A-State, 217 Olympic Drive here in Jonesboro. And there is a phone number you can call for more information, 870-207-EXPO, EXPO. Sorry, I don't know the numbers to those letters. And then, or you can go to stbexpo.com for more information as well. At the website, do you have a more detailed breakdown of the day's activities for Saturday and Sunday?
We do, yes.
Okay.
So on the website, we'll have the specific screenings that we're going to be offering. We'll have the specific time slots for schools, for the physicals on Sunday, kind of all that broken down. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of the screenings that you will be doing. On the flyer, it says health screenings from head to toe.
Yes.
I don't think people realize how important it is to get your whole body checked, especially individuals who already have pre-existing conditions. You don't know what's going on with your feet and legs, what effect it can have on your heart, lung, the rest of your body. So
You're right.
Kind of, if you can give us a rundown.
Yeah, we say free screenings from head to toe because that's the quickest and easiest way to say we're trying to get your whole body covered. So we'll be doing hearing screenings.
Okay.
We'll be doing vision screenings. We'll be doing pediatric dental screenings, which is kind of neat. If you have children that, I know kids don't always love the dentist, but if they'll come on out, I think you can entice them because the pediatric dentist will be set up in the kid zone, where there's, our friends from Hijinks will have multiple inflatables there, and the public library will be there. So they'll be, we'll try to make a dentist looking in your mouth kind of fun. But then we'll do a carotid artery screening for your heart, mammograms, clinical breast exams, and mammograms for women. We'll be doing foot screenings by podiatrists, skin cancer screenings by dermatologists, and then of course we'll do a blood draw screening. And so sometimes that's a little scary to folks, or they say, "Oh, I don't want my blood drawn." Well, how about getting your blood drawn for free? How about getting that mailed to your house? You can take that to your doctor the next time you go, and that's going to check everything that you would want a physician to check when they're drawing your blood. And particularly for guys, I know, we talk about the importance of prostate cancer screenings, and most folks don't like to be, admittedly don't want to have that screening done, but this blood draw will check your PSA level. So it's a good first step in that regard, and it'll send the results to your house, and you can take that to your provider.
And I'm sure, I would like to think the guys would prefer the blood test first before they have to get the actual prostate exam, and
correct,
that may rule them out from having to get that uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, it's just a helpful test to have for your physician because they can check those PSA levels, and if they need to check your next checkup, if you need to have blood work or something, they can compare those levels and see, oh, they're exactly the same, or we've had a little change. So it's just helpful.
All right, so I want to say good morning to Ms. Kyla, who's joined us.
Hi, thank you. Sorry, I was a few seconds late.
That's okay. So we are just getting started with going through the activities of the day for the 12th Annual Health and Fitness Expo. So I want to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself and tell us what role you play with the hospital.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So I'm Kyla Owens, and I coordinate media relations for the hospital and the medical center and the health system. And so, my job's trying to kind of getting the word out about this great event and all the lives that could be impacted in a positive way.
And so how long have you been a part of the Health and Fitness Expo as far as any planning or just organized any type of participation?
Oh gosh, okay. So this is my third year to be involved. So I started with St. Bernard's about 2 years. This was my 3 years ago. This is my third expo. Yes. And I've been at St. Bernard's 2 years. So
I had to do the math too. I thought, wait a second, okay, this is
wait a minute.
Yes.
So Lydia and I work hand in hand. She's the lead on all the logistics of the event and just handles all of that. And so my job is really just getting the word out.
Okay. And I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Ms. Lydia about, since you've been a part of this expo, what have you seen growth wise, and then what have you taken away? What has, resonated with you after each expo?
Well, it's always so, I lived here 2 years before I started coming to Expo, and we came the year before I joined St. Bernard's, and I have 2 young children, and so we played in the kids zone and visited some of the booths. But I didn't really understand the impact of it until, I got to see the numbers, the number of people who came through every year and how that gets bigger, and the number of people who are making life-saving connections at some of these booths, and getting these screenings and visiting with people who getting the chance to visit with doctors is huge for people. So every year I'm in awe of how the event comes together from a logistical standpoint, but I'm also in awe of the number of people who come in with genuine interest in improving their life, or just getting to know, what are some options here in town about, healthy options, things like that.
And that's the one thing I hear quite a bit when I'm, at other events or just out in the community. People are asking questions: where, what, how, when, whatever. And so it's as big as Jonesboro is. There are still those gaps. People that live on different sides of town, or even in the rural outskirt areas, there's still that little bit of gap, and there needs to be that bridge. And so I'm happy that you all are providing this resource to help individuals, and hopefully as many people that need these services will come out.
Yeah, I like how you said that. I like how you said it's a bridge, and that's in some regards that's exactly what we want to be, is a bridge for folks. So I know sometimes calling a doctor's office and going in there and navigating the insurance system, and coming even to the medical center for a procedure or anything like that can be scary. And St. Bernard certainly is glad to be here and to be providing as many services as possible. But this event really is sort of just puts all that stuff in a different perspective. It's not scary. We try to make it fun. Come on in, get to visit with doctors, get to see all the different clinics and services, and there'll be over 120 booths represented there. And it's all about health and fitness and quality of life, I say too. Yes. There's lots of different folks that are offering great things here in Jonesboro that you might not know about that could improve your life in some way. And we certainly know that taking care of our health and our fitness is a holistic approach, so having access to other activities that can get you moving, or that can raise those happy endorphins, are good things for your health.
Yes, I have had a conversation before with some other medical professionals, and they talk about there are people who, and I'm guilty, don't go to the doctor until the last minute, and by the time you go, now you have a whole list of things that is wrong with you, versus if you had have gone before, had regular checkups and screenings, they might have caught this early, and if it could have been, I don't want to say reversible, but treated differently. Now you're at a point where it's having to be treated more aggressively. So
you're exactly right, and you're singing the song of most. I would probably say 99.9%, if not 100+% of our physicians' song right there is that we want to see you when you're healthy. We want to see you at your best so that we can help better take care of you when you're at your worst. And so come in every year and get that. I mean, it does, sometimes it can seem, I feel fine, I'm busy, I've got a lot going on. But like I said, just coming and having that benchmark year after year after year, so they can say, hey, this is off a little bit. This seems elevated, this seems too low, etc. They can kind of compare. And so that is, not to steal your words again, that is what the Health and Fitness Expo is, that bridge, kind of in between those regular visits with your doctors, kind of getting access to other physicians, seeing what's available, taking advantage of these screenings so that you can be equipped when you go see your doctor. Hey, I saw a dermatologist at the Health and Fitness Expo, and they're now looking at this spot, and your primary care physician can be bought into that as well. And so that's exactly what we want to be, and want to help people kind of navigate the system, get connected with different physicians. If you're looking for that, St. Bernard's has a health line, and so it's one number for all things St. Bernard's. It's that expo line, actually. It was when you said, you were like, I don't know what what those numbers are on the phone. I was gonna say 207 7300 when in doubt is that one number for all things St. Bernard's. But folks can, our Healthline folks will actually be physically on the scene there at the Health and Fitness Expo, and they're great at trying to help connect you to clinics and getting appointments set and all that kind of thing.
All right. I can't stress enough for everyone to come out again Saturday and Sunday, April 13th and 14th. Saturday starting at 9 a.m., Sunday starting at 11 a.m. And we still haven't gone through all of the events. We have like 2.5 minutes in this section, so I don't want to get too deep into another conversation, but can you just highlight some other events that are happening?
Sure. On Sunday, we're having, for the first time ever at the Health and Fitness Expo, a NICU reunion. Wow. And so the St. Bernard's NICU is now 7 years old, believe it or not. And so anybody that is what we call affectionately a graduate of the St. Bernard's NICU, we encourage you, if mamas and daddies, grandparents are listening, if you have a child that spent any length of time in our NICU, whether it be hours, days, or months, then we would love for you to come on out to the Health and Fitness Expo, particularly on Sunday from 1 to 4. We'll be in the Kids Zone, and several of your physicians and the nurses and techs and people that work in the NICU, they want to come see you. They want to see your kiddos jumping and running and screaming and being wild, and just that makes them happy to know that, they started here with us at the NICU, and here they are being just happy, healthy, wild children. Exactly what we want. So that's on Sunday, and that's something kind of new this year. So we would love for you to come out. The kids are going to the NICU grads are going to kick off the kids race, which starts at 2:00 on Sunday. So come up, the reunion's from 1 to 4, so come anytime up there and see folks from the NICU. But at 2 p.m., all our NICU grads and their families are going to kick off the kids race, which happens at the green entrance there. But if you come to the Kids Zone, we'll get you in the right direction.
Alrighty. And so at the previous expos, have the NICU families been represented though, or has the NICU had a booth or information?
Yes. The NICU's always had representation at the expo for as long as it's been in existence. But this is the first time to kind of come together and do the reunion of all the NICU families at the expo. So it worked out great for that to come together this year.
All right. So again, we're speaking with Mrs. Lydia Parkey and is it Ms. or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Kyla Owens from, I'm going to say St. Bernard's Medical Group. Yeah. St. Bernard's Healthcare Medical Center.
Yeah, we joked earlier. So you can just say St. Bernard's. Yeah, it gets confusing.
And we were discussing the upcoming 2019 Health and Fitness Expo. This is the 12th year. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to dive into some more of these activities because there are some events starting before 9 a.m. on Saturday. And so we want to make sure to give you that information. But stay tuned and we'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Parents, are your kids really safe? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. The world is full of great friends and great memories for our children to make, but it's also full of dangers like abduction and human trafficking. Parents, you are the ones responsible for keeping your children safe from those dangers. So take some important precautions to protect your kids. To get you started, here are some tips. First, be sure your children know their basic information. Knowing their name, address, phone number will help them get in contact with you if a dangerous situation arises. Second, children should know how and when to call 911 for emergencies. Remember, your family first.
Submit your dad for the Omaha Steaks All-Pro Dad of the Year at omahasteaks.com/Dad of the Year.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
KLEK 102.5 FM is giving you more praise. That's right, KLEK brings to you All Gospel Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, enjoy all of your favorite gospel hits and get your praise on all day long. Plus, the return of the KLEK praise break. Lift up your hands, rejoice, and praise Him all day, all Wednesday, every Wednesday on KLEK 102.5 FM.
The Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated was established on June 28, 1997 by 13 dynamic women who accepted the challenge of chartering the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter. Today, the chapter continues to impact the Jonesboro community by sponsoring programs such as the Sonia D. Williams Scholarship Breakfast, Community Back to School Bash, Delta Academy, Voter Registration Drive, and Autism Awareness. Our focus correlates with the national theme, Joy in Our Sisterhood, Power in Our Voice, and Service in Our Hearts. Our chapter supports Delta's 5-point programmatic thrust: economic development, educational development, international awareness and involvement, physical and mental health, and political awareness and involvement. More information about the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated is available at www.jonesboroalumnidst.org or via email jonesboroalumni@live.com.
Hello, I'm Officer Victoria Evans. I have always had a desire to help others in need and to be an example and role model to young women by encouraging them to never give up on their dreams. My dream was to become a police officer and to serve my community. In 2016, that dream became a reality, and it is the most rewarding experience of my life. Now I want to let you know about the same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing every month for patrol officers. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com or at the Police Department, 1001 South Caraway Road. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information is available at 870-935-5657.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with my special guests, Mrs. Lydia Parker and Mrs. Kyla Owens from St. Bernard's. We're just going to keep it simple.
There you go.
Simple.
That's right. St. Bernard's.
Yes. We're discussing the 12th Annual Expo for 2019. This is going to take place on April 13th and 14th at the First National Bank Arena at A-State, which is located on Olympic Drive. Again, the phone number is 870-207-7300.
Look at you.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah, that's perfect.
And the website to get more information is stbexpo.com. You can see a full list of all the activities that will be happening that day. So I want to back up a little bit, because even though some of the main events start at 9 a.m. on Saturday, you actually have some half marathons and runs that start as early as 7:30. So let's get into talk about Doc Rock and Run. How did you come up with that name?
Well, so again, this is an event that's put on by the physicians of St. Bernard's Medical Group. So Doc is kind of run with your doc.
Okay.
So Doc Rock and Run, and we have several physicians that are runners and also athletes. So runners and also musicians. So they rock and they run, and there will be some music along the course, but there's no physician band set up on the course necessarily. But that's kind of how the name grew several years ago. Okay. But there is, as you mentioned, 2 races on Saturday. So a half marathon starts at 7:30, and then a 5K starts at 8 a.m.
So will these races in essence be simultaneous? Well, can people finish the half marathon before the 8 o'clock?
No, you don't. No, because a half marathon is 13 miles. So
I don't think like Usain Bolt could do that.
Yeah, I was going to say, unless you're running the race on motorized shoes, then no, you probably won't finish before. No, but we stagger them that way, because the half marathon will start at 7:30, just so that they're a bit ahead of the 5Kers, because they'll share the course a little bit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now, Is there an age requirement, or can anybody run?
Anybody can run. Yeah. I mean, it's a commitment. So I think if you've got little kids, they're going to probably want to come and do the race on Sunday. So on Sunday we have a race for the children, and it's called the Kids Rock.
Okay.
And it is a 1 mile fun run. It's just a
Okay.
1 mile loop around First National Bank Arena there at Arkansas State. But the 5K and the half marathon, the proceeds from that race go to the St. Bernard's NICU.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's wonderful. And this race is certified. So I myself am not a marathon runner. I don't run a bunch of races, but I know for folks that do, that is important. And so it's a certified race, and it's a course that's kind of been set for a few years, so folks are familiar with it if they've done it before. And it's a fun race. There'll be NICU families out there that morning, some NICU physicians and staff to kind of encourage folks. It's a fun race. I think we're supposed to have pretty good weather. Sometimes, I know like super warm weather is not ideal to physicians, but to runners, but cold and rainy isn't ideal either. So hopefully we'll have sort of a happy medium there on Saturday morning.
They should say spring in Arkansas will be good to us.
I know, please, right? It's just now spring feeling.
You may have already talked about this, but did we learned yesterday, or I learned? I've worked in healthcare almost my entire career, so I've always just assumed everyone knows what a NICU is.
Oh, right.
But no, that's not. Let's break that down, because it's our St. Bernard's has a neonatal intensive care unit.
Okay.
That's what that stands for.
I'm glad you're doing this, Kyla.
And so babies, premature babies born, we don't even set a limit on it. We've had babies in the ounces, 28 weeks. Before St. Bernard's built this NICU, they had to go to Little Rock or Memphis. Those were their options, the Children's Hospital. Well, that's tough on the families because, they may have kids here, travel, it's a lot. So we built this NICU 7 years ago,
2012.
Yeah, 2012. We built this NICU 7 years ago. And so it allows for families who are, their babies need oxygen, their babies need extra treatment, they can stay right here. So it's a huge, huge benefit to the people of Northeast Arkansas. And we definitely always want to get the word out about that, but the races benefit the NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you said that, because we do sort of assume, everybody knows what that is, or we work
in it.
I think every sort of field has their acronyms, and they just say them over and over. And yes, we'd be remiss to not explain what we're talking about and why it's so important. So it is for all those premature babies, or even full-term babies that might have one or two issues, and they might need to spend hours in the NICU, a couple days in the NICU, or even months. It's wonderful to have it here for parents that are working, or like Kyla said, have other children, have other constraints that, goodness, a mother, if she's just had a baby, learning that your baby is going, to Memphis or to Little Rock is just a lot to deal with. And if you can stay in the same medical center as your child and get amazing care, it's a great benefit to Northeast Arkansas.
So if any of you out there that are runners or thinking and on the ledge about, should I run? This should be your motivation.
Walk,
You can walk.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, you do not. And it is a 5K is 3 miles.
3 miles.
But you can walk 3 miles pretty easily. Sure.
Hey, there's also a Spirit Runner option, isn't there?
There is. Yes, there is.
Make your donation and then come get your shirt.
All right.
Get a t-shirt.
Yeah. So that's another option.
That's correct.
If you don't want to come out, then you don't have to either. Just still help us support the neonatal intensive care unit.
And you can find all that information on the website that you've been saying, the stbexpo.com. Yeah.
Okay. And so if you're not a runner or walker, you just don't want to do it, again, like they said, make a donation. If you know a family, or if you are a family that has had an infant born too soon, please consider supporting this entity of the hospital, because you all give back so much. I've had several conversations with Miss Rachel Guerin from March of Dimes, and we talk about the babies born too soon, and it's just, just to see the kids now where they are and how they progressed, it's really amazing. So the NICUs all over the world, they provide excellent service, but we have one right here in our own backyard. So let's support what we have right here at home.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into some other activities. You have the Physicians Health Talks. Will these be breakaway sessions, or just people can actually talk to the physician different booths?
Yeah, both.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
So
gonna say both.
yeah, both. Yeah, lots of the physicians will spend time at their various booths interacting with patients, answering any questions. But when we say physician health talks or physician panel discussions, what we're talking about is some specific times that are going to happen on the main stage. So we have various things that happen on the main stage, and our physician panel discussions are those things. So we've got 4 different topics that we'll cover with physicians. Over the course of the weekend, there'll probably be 15 or so providers that'll be a part of these talks. So we're going to do one on diabetes.
Okay.
And so it's so it's going to be with several of our physicians from Clopton Clinic, and endocrinologists and nephrologists and internal medicine physicians. And so they're going to talk about diabetes. So specifically, if you've got it, how to kind of control that, and if you do not have it, some important steps you can take to avoid getting diabetes. So that'll be a great. And then if you have any questions about that, again, specialists right there to answer them. We're going to do a discussion on what's new in cancer care. So broadly cancer care, and then specifically at St. Bernard's, all the technology and kind of cool things we've got going on when it comes to helping you fight cancer. We're going to do one on what's new in heart care. So, I mean, I think certainly to us, it's we're very proud of what we have to offer when it comes to heart care here in Northeast Arkansas. And so the physicians of St. Bernard's Heart and Vascular will be a part of a panel and kind of talk about all the new technology and services and treatments they're able to offer for heart care here in Northeast Arkansas. And all of those are important, whether you are someone that's right in the middle of a fight against cancer, or you have a heart issue, or if you don't, because it's such good information to learn, so you can share little tidbits with your neighbors, with your family, learn some stuff for yourself, kind of preventative, all of those kind of talks. And then one that we're excited about, because St. Bernard's has a little construction project going on downtown, just something modest we're doing, and so that's kind of been some buzz. But what we care about more than that big building downtown is what's going to happen inside that building, and why is that important to you as a resident of Northeast Arkansas, as a potential patient, etc. And so we put together a panel of several physicians who are going to have a new address, if you will, inside that tower once it's finished, and they're going to talk about all the services, kind of the advancements in technology, the access to care, everything that new tower will mean to you, other than just a new big building in downtown Jonesboro.
When I tell you, I am just overwhelmed in a great way about the expansion of St. Bernard's. I've lived in Jonesboro since '95, and I can't tell you the amount of construction and the growth I've seen with St. Bernard's. I've been a patient almost that long too. So it's just amazing what you all are putting into, and the developers and whoever, the administrators, whoever's over St. Bernard's as a whole, what they are putting into the quality of care and quality of service that the hospital provides. So just want to say thank you.
Oh, well, we're very proud of it. I mean, from a staff perspective, we've gotten to tour a hard hat tour.
Okay.
We went a couple of weeks ago, and it was just really exciting to see how big the rooms are going to be. From a staff perspective, in regards to our surgical suites, which ideally no patient will ever see, right? I mean, they'll be asleep. But from a staff perspective, like our surgical suites, the smallest one that we have in the new tower is the size of our biggest one currently. So it's more room for staff, it's more room for patients, it's little tiny things like that make a difference for staff. It's also all of the windows that every patient room will have access to a window. It's things like that they've really put a lot of thought into, and certainly makes me proud to be a St. Bernard's employee.
It does, yeah. It's the good work there is stuff to be proud of. Yeah. And she's right. Lots of thought has gone into this, and not just to what this means for the community in 2019 and 2020, but sort of what does this mean for the community for the next 20, 50, 75 years? And so you said you've been here since 95, so you've seen things like the Flo and Phil Jones Hospice House. Yes. You've seen things like the St. Bernard's Neonatal intensive care unit. So
center and the cancer center.
And health and wellness center. Yeah. So it just you've kind of gotten to see. I mean, you're a good example of right, of kind of how St. Bernard's wants to care for the folks in Northeast Arkansas at every stage and phase of life.
And what I also love is that the medical mile, St. Bernard's has put thought into, let's keep things centrally located so that people are not traveling all over town.
Right.
They can go literally down the street from one to the other if they have to get a referral for a specialist of some kind.
And I think that's especially good for folks that are coming in to see us from outlying areas, because it can be kind of overwhelming. You know, I got to get from here to here, and the time it might take, and then we still have first care clinics and urgent care clinics kind of all over the town, so that if you are sick at a time when you're not near Matthews Medical Mile, then you can go see a physician kind of closer to your home. So lots of thought goes into all of that.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so again, the 12th Annual Health and Fitness Expo, Saturday and Sunday, April 13th and 14th. The marathons and runs start at 7:30 and 8 o'clock, respectively. And then the inside events start at 9 a.m. And you mentioned the kids zone. So let's talk about some of the other health and fitness aspects in the kids zone that you will have to offer.
Sure. So the kids zone is a large piece of the expo, and that. So if you don't want to come out and take advantage of any of the screenings or any of the other stuff that we have to offer, you can
Lydia and I both have small kids. We understand.
That you might need
a break on Saturday.
Trying to fill up a day on Saturday potentially. Well, come on out. Our good friends from Hijinks are going to bring 2 or 3 inflatables, so your kids will be able to bounce around and get out some of that energy. Wow. The library will be there. The public library will be there doing crafts with folks. Bennett's Gardening Center has set up a planting station, so we'll have some seeds. You can plant some stuff and take that home with you. There'll be several vendors and booths set up with services related to children. So, I mean, a host of different things, activities for your kids to do. I think that the city of Jonesboro, the Parks and Rec will be there talking about all the kind of free, City Stars and various things, sports leagues that kids can take advantage of. And then, something that we have that we love. We have a love-hate relationship, I guess, just because it's so huge, is the Molly the Megabody. And so when I say that, you might say, what is Molly the Megabody? Well, that's a name that we've given to this giant inflatable body, essentially. You sure can, yes. It's kind of, if you can picture like a tunnel that athletes might run through onto a field, that's about what we're talking about.
Yes.
It is a huge, you walk in through the mouth. Yeah, you walk in through the mouth, you can see the brain and the teeth and the heart and the lungs and intestines and all that kind of stuff. And it's particularly for our children, our smaller children, so they can kind of grasp how everything inside is kind of connected. And the point is to inspire children to exercise, to drink water, to eat healthy foods, and kind of see how all that works for your benefit.
Wow. I've been inside the the First National Bank Arena.
Yes.
For graduation in December, but at the time they had, of course, the seats pulled out. So I can imagine the space you were going to have to put all of these different elements.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's full. And it's filled.
It's a packed house, and one side will be used for pre-participation evaluations for students, which is one thing I don't know that we've mentioned yet. But that's so one part of the
we talked about it earlier.
Okay, yeah. One part of it will be used for that, but the rest is entirely filled with screenings, blood drive, kids zone, booths. It's
our friends from Arkansas Saves are coming on Saturday, and they'll have what's called a mega brain, and they're going to focus on kind of stroke prevention. And so they'll be there on Saturday, and on Sunday, our friends from the American Red Cross are going to be there doing a blood drive. Oh, wow. So if you want to donate blood, that's certainly giving somebody life in every sense of the word. And so, I mean, there truly is something for everyone. Not to be cliche, but whatever your age, health, fitness level, interest level, there's something for everyone. Yeah. And, we didn't talk about the Healthy Cooking Kitchen, which is that's really fun. So on Saturday and Sunday, right around the lunch hour, so at noon and 1 on Saturday and on Sunday, we're going to do some cooking demonstrations. And so what we do is we kind of partner with some area chefs and bring them in, have them cook some things that they may or may not offer in their restaurants, maybe an old favorite, kind of how to make this healthier, etc. So on Saturday, we've got Nancy Owens and Taylor Hastings, who are St. Bernard's employees that work with the Pritikin Cardiac Rehab. And so they're going to do some Pritikin demonstrations for us, which is pretty cool because they're going to be doing some heart-healthy recipes. So whether you have heart issues or not, we probably all should be taking advantage of some heart healthy recipes. So they're going to do that. And then at 1 o'clock, we've got Lisa Godsey coming from Yes Dog Restaurant. Yeah, just opened on Main Street. So I'm excited. She's going to break away from the restaurant and come demo some recipes for us. And Destiny Quinn is going to join her on stage and kind of be her assistant, the KIT reporter. Then on Sunday, Jackie Brooks from the Recovery Room downtown is going to cook. Yeah, I know. I'm so thankful they're breaking away from their restaurants and
I know.
come share their
I'm
talents
so excited.
with us. Yeah, so he's going to cook
and
a couple
people
of
will get to
recipes.
taste what they
Absolutely,
cook.
yeah. I was going to say you can taste everything they're cooking and take home the recipes for yourself. So they're sharing that with you. At 1 o'clock, Julie Mahajer is going to cook. Her husband, Terry Mahajer, is the athletic director at A-State. And Dr. Danfus, we're excited. Dr. Kelly Danfus is going to join her as kind of her assistant, sous chef. You know, I don't know what title he'll give himself. But he's going to cook with her at 1 o'clock on Sunday. So that should be pretty fun.
That is absolutely amazing. So look, if you're not motivated by anything, we'll come down for the food. And
That's right.
Healthy, and I'm sure to be very worth it.
We've strategically put those right around
Yes.
lunchtime, so
Yes.
you can come and take advantage.
Exactly. Get your screening done and then go get you something good to eat.
Absolutely.
This is absolutely amazing. Now, when you offer, I'm always thinking about the accessibility aspect of every event. Will you offer like seating in different areas, so for people who may have disabilities that may not be in wheelchairs, or just people who need extra assistance?
I'm glad you said that. Yes, certainly for our main stage, there are seats for everybody in the audience to sit and watch, and there are going to be chairs kind of around the arena for folks because it is, as you said, you were there for graduation. It is a big space, and that's why we love it. It meets our needs of all that we want to kind of bring into one spot, but it is a lot to navigate around. So there are 2 elevators inside First National Bank Arena. It's easy to access if you do find yourself in a wheelchair or kind of struggle mobily. We'll have folks there that can help get you to specific. If you think, oh gosh, that seems overwhelming, I don't know if you just come on in, we'll have volunteers there to help get you to whatever it is you're looking for. We don't want that to be a hindrance at all.
I'm gonna say if I can do it, anyone can do it. It was overwhelming because it was my first time in a long time going to the arena, but it was amazing, and so I can imagine what this event is going to bring. And how I need to talk to your logistics person because I'm planning an event. I need to know how they do it. So.
It's a lot. There are a lot of moving parts, but I think Lydia would say this, that she has a great committee that helps coordinate a lot of this. So it's certainly helpful to have people who are bought in. And these are people who are involved in patient care, who see every day the impact that, finding cancer early, that would make an impact on this particular person. They see it every single day. And so they are bought in and they want to help, and they see these tiny babies and they see how, more resources that are raised through the race, they see how that could help their department. So we love that these people who are so bought in are the ones who are helping plan it. So.
It takes many, many hands. It's like I said, over the course of the weekend, we'll have over 100 physicians out there giving of their time, their resources, their expertise, and then goodness, we'll have about 900 other folks that will help volunteer. Maybe it's 2 hours, maybe it's the entire weekend. Maybe they're handing out T-shirts. Maybe they're manning a booth. Maybe they're helping in any capacity you can think of. Yeah.
Right. One of the last 30 seconds, since you brought up volunteers, how can people reach out to volunteer?
Sure. Yeah. So again, I would encourage folks to call that number, 207-7300.
All right. So again, 12th Annual Health and Fitness Expo, St. Bernard's. Please go out this Saturday and Sunday, starting at 7:30 for the races if you want to run, walk, or donate. Or if not, 9 a.m. inside the arena. Yes. So thank you, ladies, for joining us this morning. Thank you for all that you do for the community.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
They're going to have to slip out after these announcements, but I'll be back with some more community announcements. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Over the past several days, we've covered 6 of the 7 deadly sins of money management. The last of the deadly sins may be the worst one, sloth. That's just being plain lazy. An example of this is not taking the effort to create and follow a budget, track your spending, and stay on top of where your money is going. Too many of us would rather just work from memory or play it by ear. Anything to avoid the work. Don't give in to sloth. Investing the time and effort to actively manage and improve your finances will not only save you money, for example when filing your taxes, but help you to find more opportunities to make money. It's never too late to repent from the 7 deadly sins of money management. Change your mind and change your habits, and you can change how you handle your money. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Hello everyone, this is Brother Carls at KLEK 102.5 FM. We are seeking 100 donors to give at least $20 per month. But we are happy with any gift, large or small. Come by our studio at 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro. Call us at 870-277-1080. Or you can visit our website at klekfm.org. Or you can use the Cash App $KLEKFM or text KLEK1 and send it to 44321. This is Brother Carlos Victory Praise Gospel, all Gospel Wednesday. So please, all my listeners, let's donate.
Underwriting for KLEK is provided by St. Bernard's Medical Group, a team of healthcare providers who organize, support, and promote activities that lead you to a better health. One way they do this is with their annual Health and Fitness Expo on April 13th and 14th at First National Bank Arena. Complimentary health screenings, cooking demos, panel discussions, and fun for kids. Enrollment is open for the 5K or half marathon benefiting the St. Bernard's NICU. Learn more at stbexpo.com.
James Bickham Visuals offers photography and videography for weddings, portraits, company videos, music videos, or any type of event. Owner James Bickham is the 2018 winner of the Jonesboro Occasions Reader's Choice Award for videography. Samples and booking information is available at www.jamesbickhamvisuals.com. James Bickham Photographer on Facebook or 870-243-8006.
Centennial Bank, member FDIC, is a customer-focused bank that provides a broad range of commercial and retail banking and related financial services to businesses, investors, individuals, and municipalities. Centennial Bank has 9 locations in Northeast Arkansas. 870-268-2300. www.my100bank.com.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. My guest had to leave, and so I'm just going to fill in with some community announcements. All right, so upcoming on tomorrow, actually, on Thursday, April 11, 2019, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Refuge Hope Center, which is located at 1405 Biddle Street in Jonesboro, is called the Clean Out Your Medicine Cabinets Drug Take Back Event. A safe, convenient, and responsible way to dispose of unused and expired prescription drugs. St. Bernard's pharmacists will be on hand for medication reviews. Jonesboro Police will provide the secure drug disposal unit on the location. This is very important because it's not safe to just throw your medicines down the toilet or in the trash. You don't know if they would get into the water supply of the landfills and get back into the soil and cause adverse effects with too many different medications mixing and mingling. We don't know what effects it can have long term on individuals who unfortunately ingest these medications. So please consider going out, dropping off your medications that you don't use anymore or that are expired to this drug take back Even if you don't make it to this event, the police department offers this service as well. So you can always go to the Jonesboro Police Department. They have a disposal unit on site. But again, the drug take back event tomorrow, Thursday, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Refuge Hope Center, located on Biddle Street in Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's between Nettleton and Forest Home Road. Another event that's coming up is the Color Me Dare, Saturday, April 20th, which is next Saturday. This is their color run, starting at 9 a.m. It's food and fun starting at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Joe Mack Campbell Park. It says, be creative, dress up, and have fun. Hot dogs and drinks follow the race. This is a 2-mile color run, and if you've never been, what happens is it's good to wear a white t-shirt, because as you're running, they'll throw this colored powder on you, so it just makes a rainbow, a tie-dye, I guess you can say, effect on your t-shirt. So it's a lot of fun. If you're not afraid of a little color in your face and your hair and all that, go out and have fun. Take the whole family. Now, there is a charge. Well, I said there's a fee, but the money goes right back into the DARE program to provide educational information for the students that the DARE officers serve at the local elementary schools. So the fee is adults are $25, kids 12 and under 15. But if you have a group of 5, you can pay $60 for a group of 5. And you don't have to be related to these people. Just 5 people register together, pay $60. You can register online at raceroster.com or pre-register by mail. If you would like more information, you can go to the DARE's Facebook page, is Jonesboro DARE on Facebook, or go to the Jonesboro Police Department, send them a message and get more information. I'm sure Sergeant Racy Officer Jamie Waterworth will be happy to, not Waterworth, Seaborn will be happy to help you. All proceeds benefit the Jonesboro Police DARE program. So please consider getting your family together, friends, whoever. Go out and have fun. And like it says, be creative, dress up, and there will be food and music. Again, this is the Color Me Dare, Saturday, April 20th, 9 a.m. Food starts at 10 at the Joe Mack Campbell Park. All right, so another event that is not in Jonesboro, but if you are willing to travel or know someone that lives in or around the Clinton, Arkansas area, this is the first annual Older Americans Month. It's an event. It says, this is sponsored by Senior Community Service Employment Program. Join us to connect with SCSEP. Director from Washington will be present along with local and state officials from across Arkansas. It says create activities and refreshments will be available. Partners will be on hand to present their programs. It says every May our nation observes Older Americans Month. We're pleased to announce the 2019 theme, Connect, Create, Contribute, which encourages older adults in their communities to connect with friends and family, and services that support participation, create by engaging in activities that promote learning, health, and personal enrichment, contribute time, talent, and life experience to benefit others. Communities that encourage the contributions of older adults are stronger. By engaging and supporting all community members, we recognize that older adults play a key role in the vitality of our neighborhoods, network, and lives. Again, this will be Tuesday, May 14th from 10 to 2 in Clinton, Arkansas. If you'd like more information, please reach out to us at KLEK. I want to thank everyone for joining us on Community Conversations. I hope that you're making plans to go out to the 12th Annual Health and Fitness Expo taking place this Saturday and Sunday. Again, Saturday, half marathon kicks off at 7:30, the 5K run at 8 a.m., and then the other activities on the inside at 9 a.m. And then on Sunday, the activities start at 11 a.m. There will be a NICU reunion on Sunday from 1 to 4 in the kids zone. So if you are the family of infant born too soon, or you know someone who had an infant born too soon, encourage them to go out and meet other families and look at all the beautiful babies that are now thriving after having received care right here in our own backyard at St. Bernard's. So again, we want to thank everyone out there for listening, watching, and supporting KLEK. And we have our own event coming up in June, which is our Juneteenth celebration of freedom. So stay tuned for more details on that. Thank you all. I hope you all have a great and blessed day.